What made you go hybrid? Because that's like all the rave debate, right? Like you'll get people's blood pressure to jump 50 points.
Yeah.
If you say card coin, dollar coin, whatever it is, people get all worked up about that. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that having so one of our stores, when we purchased it, had the full card through CCI.
Okay. So when you say that, I want to make sure our viewers understand. When you say that, you're talking about a loyalty card system. That means when
0 quarters.
When you walk into the store, your only option is to go to a VTM with either cash or credit card and purchase a loyalty card, and that's the only way to start the machines.
Correct.
Okay.
100%. So I got to see it from that perspective and see the hybrid. So my biggest thing is like, I hate downtime. I hate something going wrong where it just like it's out of your control and it puts you at a standstill. And we have a lot of older customers, older clientele, and the idea of a card is completely foreign to them. So I don't want to tell them, hey, listen, you have to adopt or die, essentially. So I wanted to be able to give them that option, that freedom, and it's been an evolution of time. Like since we first put it in, I'm seeing the coin slowly start to, get to the point where we're probably at about 50-50 now between card and coin.
Really? Okay.
But it's a slow adoption. And some people just say, hey, listen, I'm not going to use the card altogether. I'm just going to swipe my credit card. And that flexibility too is great. I mean, people love it. So I love the full card system, but if I was to do it over from scratch, I'd do hybrid. I just putting all my eggs in one basket just drives me nuts. And there's been times when the kiosk has gone down. They say it's standalone. One will take over if one goes down, but it's like, it gets me on edge to think that, one system could be driving this whole boat right now. And if this goes down, everyone's coming to the door and they're like, well, what do you mean it doesn't work? At least I could say, hey, go to the change machine, use the quarters, it'll work fine.
Yep.
But
it's funny you mentioned that. That's exactly why we have the hybrid payment systems in our store. We have the Sense card readers in our new store that we're building right now. We're actually going to open in a couple weeks. But we also have dollar coins there as well. And that's the reason we do that is I'm a big fan of redundancies. I always say, like, I don't want to ever be too reliant on any one thing, no matter how great that one thing is. And that includes a person, if I can. You have to build your team. It takes time. But at the end of the day, I always say, I even tell Carla all the time, I'm like, I don't want our business to even rely on me. The magic that is Dave, that I love this business and know this business. And like, I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. Where does that leave my family? Where does that leave our team of 40 employees? So it's interesting that you say that because there's pros and cons to every system, and the reason it's debatable is because it's debatable. I mean, there's pros and cons. I could jump on either side of the aisle and make an argument for this versus that, and even like the new systems where there's no cards involved at all. All it is Hipsch Command or those types of like Speed Queen has insights. All you do is start from your phone. That's your only option. Is to start from your phone. And I get it. Like, I get the pros to that, but I also get the cons to that. And that's why I personally, we in our organization, we like the hybrid system is because I just don't like to rely on any one thing too much. You mentioned the loyalty card. Man, imagine if like Fast Card, for example, if you had laundry card is what they call it. If you had laundry card in your first store, for example, I don't know if this ever happened, but all of a sudden it just goes down. You literally lock the doors. Your business is done until it comes back up.
Exactly.
And I know they have backups for those things. And if Steve Marcinetti, my friend, were on here and he would tell me why that'll never happen.
That'll never happen.
Right, exactly.
But it's a fear. I mean, everyone, you could say there's a million different fears. They might be irrational, but it's still a fear.
Yeah.
So, but you got to live with it.
Yeah, I just see those things as like flaws in my business model. I think we're a lot alike in the sense that I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I think you are too. And whenever I look at something, I'm like, that might be perfect when it works, but what when it doesn't work?
Exactly.
Is it perfect
Devil's
now?
advocate.
Right,
Right.
Exactly.
Always have to have a backup plan.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah, and that's a big part of my mentality.